Hey guys, what's up? It's Pixelated-Apollo. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you guys are doing well. And today we are playing Third Age Total War Divide and Conquer. That's right. So a lot of you guys wanted me to try out this mod, and I have played it before in the past. It's just that I don't play it a lot because it's not very stable. The siege battles crash all the time. Custom scenarios don't really work, but the pitched battles do seem to be pretty stable, so I will be trying to upload more battle replays of some pretty awesome pitch battles in the future. So if you guys have any working replays you want to send my way, I will be more than happy to do some commentary and upload them to my channel. Now I also want to give a big thank you to Nikolai for sending me his version of the mod, because I was trying to install it, but it would not work. I tried 1,000 times, it just would not work. So he just zipped up his folder, emailed it to me, and I installed it, and everything seems to be working. So thank you, Nikolai, so much, man. It means a lot to me. So don't ask me how to install this mod, because I seriously have no idea. I just, I had to ask someone to give me their entire folder. Also, one more announcement before we get started with this battle. There is a Discord server that you guys can join to chat with other Total War players. Originally, this Discord server was for Call to Arms, but we decided to switch to TeamSpeak. So if you guys want to hang out with like-minded people, other Total War fans, or join a game, and then all you guys can get into the server and chat to each other, I think that would be pretty cool. So the link is down below. Anyways, let's get started. So this is a 2 versus 2. It's a bit of a river crossing battle, and we do have some early artillery action here. I'm going to keep the replay going because you're not really missing too much here. I think there's a couple good artillery hits. I'm not going to lie, though. Here we go. Let's see. Is this a good one? Nope, looks like that's gonna miss, but there is more shots coming in. But yeah, I'm gonna keep it playing because it is a fairly long replay, and I don't want the video to be super long. Oh, this is gonna be good. Hold on, hold that thought. Oh, yes! Good hit there, direct hit on the Gondor infantry, also some of the archers. So a good job frying up the Gondorians there. So yeah, Gondor has a lot of cool new units, because the sub mod, which adds a bunch of new factions and units. Isengard is not that drastically different. I mean, the original Third Age did such a good job with Isengard that they don't really need a ton of troops. There are some new units though, like the Trolls of Isengard. So they look pretty cool, like heavily armored, very similar to the Olog High, or they look very similar. And then I think we also have like half orc spear guard, so a couple like orcs are in the mix. And there's a couple more units, but that's pretty much it for the different units compared to Third Age in this battle. But let's look at the army comps, and then we can go into normal speed. So starting with my army, 4 units of Uruk-hai archers. I have 1 catapult. I have 1 troll unit here, the Trolls of the White Hand. I have 2 units of spear guard, 4 units of the infantry. And then I have 3 units of pikemen. And then for my general, I have the Gundabad Guard. So I guess these guys are just really well-trained bodyguards. So the Uruk-hai general, he wanted them on his side. And then I have some wargs. So warg marauders, which look a little bit different compared to the wargs. Oh, look at that. You can hear them. That's awesome. Alright, so that's pretty much my army. Let's move on to my ally's army. He's got a very similar army. He's got some Uruk archers mixed with some crossbows. He's got pikemen. He has more archers back here, some infantry in the back. Look at this massive army, and we're keeping our troops in the trees, just, playing some mind games against the enemy, making sure that they don't really know how many troops we have. Here's the guards of Orthanc, which I believe, yes, his general is in, and then he also has some trolls with a white hand, and the player name is Son of Imladris. Let's move on to Gondor and check out these awesome looking units. We will start with Miles N. Davis, who's got some Gondor archers. He also has I might mispronounce some of these names, but he's got the Tirith Airy Marksman. These guys are super deadly, have ridiculous range, well armored, and can fight in melee pretty well. And then back here, he's got some axemen, heavily armored axemen, looks pretty sweet. He's got some Talon Knights, so pretty much like Swan Knights. It's like a lighter blue Swan Knight. It's pretty sweet. And then he has the Wardens of the White Tower. Look at that. That is pretty fancy. It's kind of like a mix of Gondor infantry with Fountain Guard. Looks pretty great. Back here, he does have some Fountain Guard. His general is in this one, and it looks like he's got some guards of Osgiliath. So that's pretty much his army. He also has a catapult. No, he has a ballista. Moving on to his allies' army, which is somewhat similar. Actually, it's a bit different. He's bringing more standard Gondor units. It's commanded by Sames. He's got some Gondor infantry, Gondor archers. Back here, he has some Wardens of the White Tower. Such an awesome unit. Here's his general's bodyguard. Very cool uniforms there on the cav. And then he has his catapult. He's got more troops back here, like the Tharbad Royal Guard. So they pretty much look like the Arnor pikemen. Which might be exactly what they are, just a different name. And really, that's it. I mean, Gondor went with such a small, like, elite force. Some of their troops are hidden in the trees, so you will, see them later on in the battle. But the Great Bombardment continues on over here. And we're trying to get our archers forward here, but look at this. We are just getting melted by the enemy archers because they have such ridiculous range and our archers do not. So we have to get super close. I'm in tight formation because I just couldn't get them in this area. So I'm just trying to get as many bowmen as firing as at once as possible is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, look at it. They're just melting our troops, and it was not a good sign. It's never a good sign in a river battle when you don't have the skirmishing advantage, because that means you're gonna have to push up your infantry, and it's gonna be a field day for these archers. I mean, just look at the amount of archers there. It's insane. They've got so many, and they're so good. And look at those longbows. These guys look awesome. Pretty sweet. We are getting some good hits on the archers, but nothing like super game-changing. And the bombardment continues on. They're still going after our archers with their catapults. I believe my ally with his ballista. Let's see, where is his ballista? He has a ballista. I'm not sure exactly where it is. Let me zoom in a little bit here. It's somewhere in the mix, but eventually that's going to go after their catapult. So he's going to push it forward. I think, yeah, I'm still firing my catapult. And this is where we decide to push up our infantry. We feel like there's no way we're going to win the skirmishing phase. So we might as well push up. We've got some Bone Guard. Is that what their name is? Bone Guard or Bane Guard? I don't remember. Oh, it's Bane Guard. Okay, Bone Guard. Whatever. So yeah, we're moving up our troops, and we're moving up our low quality troops, because what we're trying to do here is get them to waste their ammo. And they are certainly wasting their ammo. Even catapult fire on these really weak low tier units, and this is exactly what we want, because when we push up with our elite infantry, they will be untouched. They will not be harassed by the enemy archers. All right, so here we go. I mean, they're getting wiped out here. It's like there's no. I was pretty disheartened. Like, even though this was part of our strategy, letting them waste their ammo. I mean, look at all the arrows flying through the air right now. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I was pretty disheartened. I was like, what are we supposed to do? Like, we've lost already. It's game over. We can't even cross this river without getting shot into Swiss cheese. But we are finally getting some troops across the little land bridge here. And we're going to engage some of his infantry. They do have, I think he's got, oh, there's a good shot. There we go. Nice. So yeah, I noticed he's clumping up his troops here, so I'm now firing my catapult into this blob. Took out some of his Tharabad Royal Guard. And they are moving up their axemen. They're going to get them in the front lines. He has his archers in the front lines, actually holding back our invasion force here. The half-orc Bane Guard. I keep wanting to call him Bone Guard. Whatever. Oh. Yes. Oh, terrible. See what happens is these guys are dead, but the nerve endings are still going wild. I don't know. Look at now, he's a little tiny dead archer. What in the world? Yeah, it's a glitch with Third Age. It happens sometimes with the archers. But yeah, lots of artillery fire still bombarding our position. We got more Spear Guard or half-orc Spear Guard and Bane Guard. Again, just trying to get them to waste their ammo. And they've used up a lot of their ammo so far. Axemen chopping us into pieces. More artillery fire in the back there. Not really killing too many of our forces. Again, I was really happy that they were wasting so much of their artillery fire on such weak troops. And now they're pushing up some Gondor infantry to stop our small invasion there. And that's it, guys. I mean, I got another unit, I think, of Spear Guard moving forward. Thankfully, this is a river crossing battle, so we don't really have to deal with a lot of cav. So I don't really necessarily I need my spearmen. I don't necessarily need my spearmen, but yeah. Rest in peace, spearmen. Your sacrifice will not go in vain, hopefully. Fingers crossed. I do have some archers in the middle ground here, but again, my archers are also getting, you know, chewed up. Archers for Isengard, not super important, but it just sucks to see my my skirmishing capabilities almost non-existent because Gondor is just so good, have such great range. Here comes another charge from the Axemen. And this is going to be a pretty easy battle for them. Oh yeah. I mean, my spears are they're just gonna shatter those shields with the great axes. My spears are gonna do nothing against them. We do have some Gondor reinforcements in reserve. Lots of arrows. We got a lot of returning arrows, which is good. You know, I guess we somewhat have a skirmishing presence, getting some kills. But if you look at the balance of power, 26% of our army is dead. Now, I think if you actually look at the balance of power, though, it's about even. In fact, I think it's slightly in favor for us, and we've only killed 8% of their army. So we definitely have the quality troops left over. We're just kind of sacrificing our lower end troops here. And Isengard is making a great push across the land bridge. I'm surprised that my Spear Guard are still fighting. There they go. Now they're breaking. And we got a lot of archers, again, focusing down my archers, which I think is a waste of ammo because I really don't have that many archers left. You can see this is it. I had 4 healthy units of archers. Now I'm down to like 2.5, if even. But yeah, they've evaporated my archers, and I think they should just not focus about my army. Just save their ammo and save it for a more elite Uruk-hai for the final push. We do have a ballista harassing the Wardens of the White Tower, so they're losing some troops here and there. These are a really good unit. You don't want to lose them unnecessarily to artillery fire. And now Gondor is making their push, and I was completely surprised by that. That's why I don't have any troops back here ready to stop that charge. I am moving up some Uruk-hai infantry. Uruk-hai. So yeah, they're getting in position. And my ally, I think he has some spearmen nearby, some pikemen. So he's going to help out pretty soon. But my army is on the run, and it doesn't look like they're going to be returning. Or, you know, the spearmen. Not my entire army, but my spearmen are on the run. And yeah, or actually this is my allies' archers getting chopped down, but that's okay. Again, archers are not a big deal right now. It's not like the main heart of our army. Oh, just dodging that catapult. My goodness, going right over the heads of the pikemen. And now they're pushing to reclaim this this position here. And I have my swordsmen, my infantry joining the fight. It looks like they did add, I don't know if this is in the standard third age, but it seems like they added the white hand on some of their shields, which is pretty cool. Makes it a little bit, you know, more flashy. All right, so yeah, we're taking on Miles and Davis. I guess he thought that he could catch us by surprise and get us, you know, a foothold over on this side. But again, he had the advantage with the archers, so I don't know why he was so aggressive. If anything, we had to be aggressive because we didn't have an answer for the archers. We didn't have any skirmishers that just sit back and kill his troops. But instead, they're being aggressive, and they're actually pushing up more troops. They're sending up their archers, maybe trying to get them a little bit closer. We got more axemen moving forward from Miles and Davis. Really, really surprising tactic here from Gondor. And I was feeling pretty good. I was like, all right, you know, if you want to push up your infantry, you cannot take on the infantry of Isengard, so let's do this. And we're breaking the axemen here. We're going to push forward. I have my wargs moving in. I was going to try to take out the archers here, but unfortunately the axemen are close behind, so there's no way I was going to get a cav charge on those archers. So I just decided to fall back here, get these warg riders out of here. Fall back, peasants. They were too slow. Yeah, the water's really difficult to march in. Here we go. Here comes another charge of infantry, guys. Pikes versus giant axemen. Or, you know, axemen holding giant axes. You know what I mean. The axemen are not giant. Okay, I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop. Here comes some of my infantry joining the fight again. Again, I was completely surprised by this. It's like, why are they pushing when they're taking on Isengard pikemen, which are some of the finest pikemen in Middle-earth? And I felt like a big nerd just saying that line. Alright, more troops pouring down through the land bridge. More and more Gondor infantry. So this is going to get pretty intense here pretty quick, guys. He's got his archers in reserve. He has more pikemen moving forward. I decide to focus my archer fire on the guards of Osgiliath because I feel like they're the highest threat in this situation. Also, my ally is using his ballista on these troops. So yeah, trying to take them out, make sure they're really, really weak by the time they get to the front line, because we want our pikemen to just obliterate everyone. And we might do some ×2 speed here every once in a while, because it does get a little grindy in the middle of the river, but this does have a very intense ending, so don't worry about that. But here comes the guards of Osgiliath joining the fight into the fray one more time. Are these guys breaking or are they falling back? These guys are falling back. And this is the great fight. And the pikes are down. Look at all the pikes, man. That looks awesome. For Saruman. Fight for Saruman. Alright, he's resending in his axemen here. Still focusing most of my arrow fire in this big blob. I don't really care too much about friendly fire because it's mostly Gondorian troops here. But yeah, at this point, I mean, most of their archers have used up. You see here, they've got their swords out, so most of their archers have used up their ammo, and it's looking pretty good. It's amazing how this just turned around completely because of Gondor being so aggressive. But yeah, we're going to do ×2 speed during this fight. We won't go ×6 because that's a little ridiculous. But I don't want this video to be like, you know, 90% of just a grind fest in the, you know, during the river battle. But really, honestly, there's nothing else going on. Since there's only one path you can take, this is where all the action is. There's no, like, tactics going on behind the scenes or anything like that. And we have more and more Gondorian soldiers pouring into this front line. My archers are just trying to spray down at the reserves. Again, I don't really have a lot of archers back here, but it's enough to do some kind of damage to take out some of their troops. I am pushing up more pikemen into the front line. Urukai pikemen, because I realized that our troops here are thinning out against their pikes. And, you know, once we defeat this Gondor army, we're going to go full in attack. Like, I was not going to fall back. You know, if he stopped sending in troops, we were not going to fall back. We were going to keep pushing forward. So really, we just have to take out this force, and then we can cross the river and do some damage against Gondor. But I really like the style of the Guards of Osgiliath in this mod, because in the Third Age, they're a little bit, I wouldn't say like cartoony, but they've got that, like, I don't know, they just look more practical, I guess, in this mod. Alright, so now we've got the ballista crew charging in. And my ally did an excellent job. He took out the enemy artillery. Look at this. All 4 catapults have been destroyed from my ally's ballista. Again, I guess that was some stuff behind the scenes, but it wasn't super important. I think he destroyed it a while ago. But for me, I actually lost a couple catapults. You can see I retreated back here because I'm saving them for late game. That's what these river battles are all about. It's a battle of attrition, and you got to try to save, you got to try to save some of your resources for the final push. If you use up everything at once, then you're going to have a very difficult time in late game. But again, Gondor pushing through here, using their pikemen, using their great axes, destroying our front lines. We're going to have to send up more and more troops. And again, look at that balance of power. And look at the percentage killed. Remember how huge of an advantage they had? Words are hard. They had like, last time we checked, they killed like 20% of us, like 28%, 26%. And we only killed 8% of them. Now it's 45 us or 45 of our troops destroyed, and 37% of their troops destroyed. But they are breaking through once again. We're thinning out, so we got to send forward more and more troops. So I'm sending in, actually this is my ally, sending in some Urukai infantry. And the fight continues on. Looks like we are breaking, no, actually that's my ally's troops breaking there. I'm also sending forward some pikemen here. So that you can see they're pushing forward. My allies pushing up more and more troops. And again, remember guys, all of our troops here, or at least most of them, are hidden in the trees. So they have no idea how many more troops we have. I mean, they've got to be thinking about it because of the balance of power, how we have the advantage. But they should stop where they are. Stop being so aggressive, because this is in our favor. You know, this is really good for us. I mean, obviously, look at the percentage killed. It's getting really close now because we're killing so many of their troops. There goes my pikeman into the front line. Now we have our ballista crew joining the fight. So yeah, this is definitely the most grindy part of the battle. But it is very important, so I certainly wouldn't want to edit it out. I think they send up one more unit of the Wardens of the White Tower. So these guys are pretty sick. I mean, just look at them. Just look at these bastards. Fantastic. And they have like infinite morale, so they fight to the last man. But I'm pretty confident in our forces. Oh, nice arrow fire there. You can see just blood splatter everywhere. Yeah, I'm confident in my forces. I think we got this one. We don't need to send in any more reserves. Once we break through this force, then we can full on invade the other side. Here comes that catapult crew or ballista crew. Oh, wait. We got some Gondor archers who have used up all of their ammo. Again, I think this is a really careless play here by Gondor. They're really, I mean, archers they could be very important late game. Even if they use up all their ammo, they can be a really good flanking unit. So by charging them right into the front line, they're going to get slaughtered against the Isengard pikes. Yeah, could you imagine if I did normal speed for this? It would take forever. But what I was saying earlier about the archers, he could have just set up a really cool like ambush over here with all those extra archers, you know, putting them over here, waiting for us to pour into the road and then flank around with those archers. But instead, he's just kind of wasting them in the front line. Here comes the Wardens though. Wardens of the White Tower. Charge it in. Getting sprayed by my arrows. Again, I'm focusing down the elite troops with my archers. And that is going to be all of Gondor's troops that they're going to send forward. The rest they're going to keep in reserve. If we look at the percentage now, we've killed more percentage of their army. 54 to 51. This battle is very close. Gondor is making a pretty solid push here, but we do have some spearmen in reserve. This is my allies unit, just kind of waiting before he charges in. But yeah, they're using their massive Gondorian shields to push through our forces. And here comes my ally. He decided to push them in because we do need more support in the front line. So good use of the reserves, good use of the pikemen.
Oh, the orc general here, the officer, getting some kills. You can see all of the dead bodies in the water a little bit there, just barely. Very tragic. The river will turn red with blood. More archer fire coming in. Now, I don't know if that's friendly fire or ally fire there. But you can see that Gondor is getting hit hard from it. You'll see sprays of blood every once in a while from the arrows. We're moving up more troops here. Oh yeah, we're getting ready for our push. Look at this. We're revealing our troops now. I'm moving up the trolls. I'm moving up the army because pretty soon we're going to cross the river and bring the fight to Gondor. You can see that he is not interested in moving up more troops. And just look at the bloodbath that took place on this the land bridge here. So many dead troops, mostly Gondor troops, because to be fair, they did, send more troops than us into the center. But there's quite a few dead Isengard forces because of all those arrows. But I think we did a great job of holding back our elite troops, being very patient, and now we can turn the tables and be aggressive against them. Again, once we kill these troops. I think I'm setting up... No, those are some crossbows. What is he doing with the crossbows? So are they going to fire? He doesn't... I think he's just setting them up. I don't think he actually fires here. Yeah, the troops are breaking. You can see the Gondor archers. No surprise there. They are not, they're not disciplined. They weren't trained to fight in a prolonged front line. So they are losing morale, losing hope. And we got a massive break from Gondor. They are down to, I think, the one unit of the Wardens of the White Tower. And once the Wardens fall, we will attack. We will cross the land bridge. So they're down to 25. So yeah, they're obviously outnumbered. They're the last ones standing. Come on. It's just a ticking time bomb. Look at this army. Look at what we got left. This is insane. We did a good job of just making the enemy waste their ammo on our oh my god, cheaper troops. Oh man, words today are so hard. But yeah, we're just waiting for these wardens to go down, and that's going to be pretty much the final fight in this land bridge in the river. And they're down to 16 men. So does Gondor have enough to stop our assault? Now, they can certainly use this assault in their favor if they can properly set up some nice defenses at the opening here near the near the river, near the land bridge. If they can form like a V or a nice U shape around the forces. It doesn't seem like they're going to do that so far. They've got a lot of their troops in reserve. Now, when I looked at that, hang on, let me zoom in here. Let's watch the we're going to actually do normal speed here. The final two Wardens of the White Tower fighting back to back, holding off so many Uruk-hai. Let's see. Let's see if they can... oh, there goes one. Oh, no. Jimmy. There we go. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's no Gondorian soldiers named Jimmy, but that's what we're going to go with. So now we can finally cross. I'm going to cross forward these troops here. Anyways, what I was saying earlier, looking at this position right here, the fact that they would give up that advantage, the advantage of defending the very small opening right here, made me think that they had a pretty large ambush force in the trees. I mean, there's no other reason why they would give up on that position. You can see we noticed some troops there are appearing right here. I got some missile troops, some marksmen back here. But they could have more. They could have a lot more. So we were a little concerned. So we're going to kind of slowly, push forward. You don't want to get too aggressive. You don't want to mindlessly charge into his forces and then get surrounded by an ambush. But we'll see what happens. All right, so here we go. Here comes the army. And then once we actually cross the river, we can go back to normal speed because that's when, the epic giant battle starts. But so far, it's been a struggle for both forces. And here we go. Isengard getting into position. Everyone is moving forward. The great army of Isengard ready to destroy. Look at this force right here. Ready to destroy Gondor. So many troops. Look at that troll. It looks so goofy. It's like he's playing dress up over here. Check out my new armor. Just a massive force crossing right now. Thank goodness they do not have any more artillery. And we'll do normal speed. Oh, that's pause. There we go. So yeah, we're forming up. We got our archers in position, already harassing the forces. We do have a flank here coming from the archers, and this was it. This was their ambush. One unit of tired archers, marksmen, coming around the flank, going after our pikemen here. We're holding them back with a very depleted unit of pikemen. This is the same pikeman unit that was fighting at the bridge, the land bridge. So they are very tired, very depleted. They're not going to hold on for much longer, but that's okay because we have more and more reinforcements coming up this way. I do have my infantry pushing forward, and we're just trying to form up a battle line and face Gondor. I mean, if Gondor doesn't want to move forward, if they just want to sit back and let us just come in and, do whatever we want, then sure, all right, we'll take it. We'll take that advantage. So we got, it's pretty crazy that our archers still have a lot of ammo left over. Gondor, again, using up all of his ammo. And here comes more archers coming down. I believe the archer unit here, they still have some shots left. So they're going to get... Okay, they're going to get extremely close. The crossbows are racking up kills. This was a great job by my my ally. Yeah. All right, no, they're going to charge in with their swords here. And here comes our infantry pouring in. This is where things get intense. We have the Talon Knights charging in as well. Look at these guys. Such a crazy, nice light blue there. I do like that color. So they're going to charge in, join the front line. And this battle is getting really intense. I don't know why it took them so long to actually commit most of their army, but it's too late now. We already have a good stronghold, a good foothold over at this opening. There's so much space now where we can spread out our troops and form a proper line here. I have my my warg riders actually sneaking through back here. I noticed that he didn't really have anything to chase down these warg riders. I noticed that he was moving up his guards of Osgiliath, but this is a pike unit. There's no way that they're actually going to be able to catch up to my wargs here. So yeah, I'm not too worried about that. And I'm just going to keep running away as long as I keep them away from the front line. And oh yeah, look at this, guys. Massive battle for the final conclusion of this river battle. Who will take it? Do Gondor, do they have enough? I mean, Gondor's troops are better fighters, but we have a lot more troops. I mean, and they're barely better fighters than our infantry. So we got a flank holding up this flank. We got some pikemen holding up this flank. The trolls have yet to join the fight. I'm moving up what's left of my catapult. It's got a couple more shots in it. So I'm going to try to use that against the enemy. Lots of arrows still flying through here. You can see he still has his archers up here, which have a decent amount of ammo. They might actually have full ammo. So they did save some of their shots for late game. But I don't think it's going to be enough here. But he is getting a lot of kills. Look at that. Just hits left and right. Blood is spraying everywhere. The trolls are going to focus on the right flank. And now we have the guards of Osgiliath. They gave up on that pursuit against my warg riders, and they're headed back into the front line because they are desperately needed to try to cut down the trolls of the White Hand. All right, here comes the Fountain Guard. Moving up. I believe this is the Fountain Guard with the general in it. They are certainly needed in the front line. Here's a bird's eye view of the situation right now. Not exactly a good one for Gondor. but it's not over yet. They're holding their flanks. They've got some great pikes. Oh, here's my flanking charge here of my wargs. Unfortunately, they charge into some fountain guard, and you can hear them getting cut down there. I'm gonna fall back, do another cycle charge, but probably on a better position, probably on the backs of the wardens of the White Hand. Here comes our trolls doing some pretty nasty damage against this army. Trolls are definitely a key part to our army. It's great to see Isengard with trolls. I love it. More infantry coming in this way. Oh, here's another, here's another cav charge coming into the backs. Again, Warg Riders, they're not great. They're not going to get really good charges, so I just left them in the fight. I was just kind of sick of them, like, you guys are terrible. Just go kill something. I love those uniforms, though, of the Talon Knights. They look fantastic. Oh. Oh, there goes a troll. And the general, got one of the generals trying to stop my flank there with the Warg Riders. They actually do break my Warg Riders, so they're done. And here comes my catapult, trying to get it super close because there is a lot of friendlies in the way. So one way to, because like your catapult won't shoot if there's a lot of friendlies in the fight. So one way to counter that is getting the catapult super close to the front lines and trying to, you know, hit the enemy almost like point blank. Let's get a bird's eye view again. Gondor still holding. I mean, it's still possible. The balance of power, though, is greatly in our favor. 79% killed of Gondor, and 68% of our army has been killed. So it was a nice early start for Gondor, but now it's starting to be a nice end for us. You know? You know what I mean? I lost the battle at 9 o'clock, but I won the battle at 6 o'clock, 12 o'clock. There goes one of the shots, only taking out 2 of the Wardens of the White Tower. Oh, nice charge there from the trolls. Very nice charge in the back of those knights. The trolls are still in it. They're bloodied up. They've seen a lot of action, but they're gonna keep fighting on. They've got a lot of infantry support. The general just running left and right, trying to get cycle charges on wherever is needed. You get him, troll. You get him. You're doing good. You're making me proud. We got a nice pike battle between the Fountain Guard and the pikemen of Isengard. And his archers still trying to attack the flank here. I had to keep some pike reserves to protect our flank. But we should be able to win this engagement. Woo, look at this battle line. That is impressive. And here comes my general finally crossing the river. I'm going to use him. Oh, wait. Hold that thought. Really good shot there on the Fountain Guard. Needed that because the Fountain Guard, they've been chewing up our pikemen. They're doing a great job. Yeah, but the morale in this sub mod seems to be a lot stronger because the troops will just go on and on, fight until the last man. Here comes my general finally flanking around. I'm not too concerned about the other general, this cav general. It's not like he's going to do a lot of damage against my pikemen. But I'm pretty much going to do the same thing that this general is doing. Just flanking around, getting some good charges with the Gundabad Guard. Gundabad. Here we go. Charge in. Right at the backs of the Wardens of the White Tower. Here comes their general, though. And, yep, see, that charge really did not do anything. There goes my general. Look at him swinging his great sword there. Taking out as many bodyguard as possible. We do take out a couple here and there. This guy's stuck in the... Oh, wait. There they go. We took out about 2 or 3 there. And now we're in shield wall. Pretty soon, I'm going to abandon shield wall and just charge in. Here we go. Nice. Great charge behind these wardens. And now we have them surrounded. Hodor. Hodor. Still taking care of this flank. Once we destroy this small force of marksmen, we're going to take our pikemen and flank around the Fountain Guard. Because, again, the Fountain Guard, look at this. They're chewing up our forces. It's ridiculous. A general still alive, still causing issues for our army. Trying to protect his flanks, but it's hopeless. Charging in vain. Nothing he can do now. A new power is rising. These poor wardens of the White Tower, they are completely surrounded. Fighting back to back between my general and some pikemen. It's a death trap. It's a kill zone. The pike's still going to town over here against the Fountain Guard. This is his general's unit. If we could try to find... Is that the general right there? That might be him. Just all bloodied out. Surrounded. Maybe not. No, that's a... No, I don't think that's him. Where is the general? I don't know. He's somewhere, you know? He's somewhere in the mix. Still trying to kill these guys. I mean... All the elite troops seem to have infinite morale, so there's just no way you're going to break them. But what just a brawl of a fight. Then another bird's eye view of the battle right here. We can see that we're probably going to win this one. I think it's safe to say. It's only a matter of time until these guys either just get killed or they break. Just got to take out the generals so they can break their armies. His archers down to 24. They put up such a great fight. Now I'm moving out my archers. You can see most of them used up their ammo. So I'm going to use them as a flanking force. You can see them running through the trees, looking for more opportunities to flank and break the enemy. I mean, it's kind of insane that they're not dead yet, but what can you do? Against such reckless hate. I gotta get it in there every day, every video. Now they're down to 17 on that flank. I'm just trying to take care of these guys before I get to the Fountain Guard. And here we go. Here we go. More troops coming around the flank. We're finally going to get behind the Fountain Guard. Let's see, more and more archers. Such an epic rally right there. Oh, is that the general? No. That's not the general. Yeah, I definitely feel like the divide and conquer battles are very grindy. Like, it's just the morale of the troops is a bit insane. But I think people like that, you know. I think people like when battles go on for a long time. There goes one of the generals. Oh, yeah, it looks like it was over here. I guess his general was in the Warden unit. I always thought he was in the Fountain Guard unit. And here comes a cav charge into my trolls. Trolls will not be too happy about that. There we go, the bodyguard are dropping left and right. And now the Fountain Guard are surrounded. And we will time 6 speed this because it is obviously the end. Pikemen moving forward. And oh, they're doing so much damage to the Fountain Guard. And I believe the Fountain Guard is the final unit left on the battlefield. There we go, there goes the general. Finally. Now the trolls are going to join in, have some fun. And there's a great black ocean surrounding the Fountain Guard. And we'll just kind of fast forward through it. So, tell me, let me know how you feel about the new Divide and Conquer, doing some battles here and there, just to spice it up a little bit, see some new units. new battles and stuff like that, because you know, a game can get old after a while, you know, seeing the same thing over and over and over. So just let me know like how often you want to see Divide and Conquer, if you even want to see more. If you guys have any good replays, again, be sure to send them my way. I do want to show you the stats. I believe the battle is pretty much over right here. There's a great cheer going on. Let's see. Yeah, there's the cheer. Oh, there's one more left, I think. Come on, kill him. Oh, there he is. The lone Gondorian. Yes. Cheer, men. Cheer. Epic. The pikes are back up in the air. Look at the troll. Yes. Okay, so here are the stats, guys. It looks like me and my ally, we did pretty well here. Getting pretty close to the same amount of kills. He got about 300 more. The most kills goes to Miles and Davis. Probably getting mostly, like, you know, from archer kills, killing our lower end units. But let's go ahead and look at the stats. Good game to all the players. Thank you guys for joining and helping me get a battle for tomorrow, or for today, I should say. You know, I just was really itching for some Divide and Conquer. But the Trolls of the White Hand getting 156, which is pretty solid. The most kills goes to 211, which is my pikemen, which is really, really good. And actually, my archers, not doing so hot. 10, 10, 56. Not good at all. One got 78, which is okay. And then here is my allies' kills. One unit got, let's see, his crossbowmen getting 439 kills. So those crossbows really turned the tide of the battle. I was not really thinking about getting them because they're so expensive, but I think it was worth it. So once again, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.